which was Monday night this past week, I was asked by a longtime Toastmaster to give a so I'm mastering my speech in one night to have it ready to present. His speech tonight is called The Toughest Mutter. Everyone please help me welcome our VP of Public Relations, Ryan.
All right, Toastmasters, give me a hoorah!
Hoorah!
Guests, give me a hoorah!
Hoorah!
All right, everybody, louder! Hoorah!
Hoorah!
These are the first words that you hear from Sean Corvell before he gives you an incredibly motivating speech about giving your honest best and not your settled best. If you'd like to hear this incredible speech, I have just 3 simple words for you. Join Tough Mudder! Tough Mudder, for those of you who don't know, is something that super fit, super hunky athletic bodybuilders do, and also average-looking people like you. Tough Mudder is a grueling, bone-breaking, soul-shattering, 19-kilometer run with 22 obstacles designed by the British Special Forces to prepare soldiers for the hellfires of war. Your body gets tormented, tortured, and trampled. You get banged up, broken, and bruised. Plus, you get to pay $200 for this fine treatment. So why join Tough Mudder? Well, it's not for the faint of heart, the old at heart, or the weak hearts. It's for those of us who really want to push our bodies and minds to the limits and aspire to new goals. But really, Donald, it's for the bragging rights. On the morning of Tough Mudder, my alarm went off at 5 a.m. I immediately had to get my head in the game. I jumped out of bed screaming, "Good morning, Tough Mudders!" to my friends who were still sleeping. Out of the darkness, a pillow came soaring at my head. I barely had enough time to dodge it. I could tell that my friends were just as ready as I was. They were even making sure that my reflexes were on point. We'd be at the event for 7 a.m., so we hopped in the hatchback and we headed for Whistler. Upon arrival, we did what all super buff dudes do. We applied removable tattoos and began stretching. After that, we had to get our adrenalines going, so we started shoving each other and making unnecessary grunting noises. I'm still not sure why we did this, but regardless, we were amped by the time we got to the starting line. Boom goes the cannon and the blood and the mud spray. Also, the race is underway. The first challenge that I came to was crawling under barbed wire. Like a proud first-timer, I put my race bib on my chest with the 4 safety pins that they supply you. Nothing felt safe about those pins as they dug deep into my skin while crawling. The next obstacle that will push you to your limits isn't even an obstacle at all. It's the fact that Whistler is entirely built on a hill. You have to run the entire course uphill, both ways, twice. Man, I'm blanking out here. You have to run the entire course uphill, both ways, twice. The next obstacle that you come to, I don't even know what I'm saying right now. Oh my God. Why is this happening to me? Tough Mudder. Uphill twice. Man, I know where I'm going with this. A little over halfway, around the 12-kilometer mark, that's when things really start to heat up, like your lungs. They burn. My knees were on fire. My feet, well, I couldn't even feel those anymore. I thought to myself, damn, I feel pretty good. Around kilometer 14, though, it was a different story. My lungs were screaming. My heart was thundering. I was thinking to myself, damn, I feel really good right now. I kept on going. The next obstacle that I came to was the monkey bars. You can feel my relief as I realized that my arms were going to do the most of the work and my legs were going to get a bit of a break. So as I get to the obstacle, I climb up the ladder and I reach out for that first rung. And that was the moment that I realized the person before me did not dry their hands. I grabbed hold of that wet, slippery bar, and that was the moment I realized I was falling! But I got up, I dusted off, and I kept on going, because I knew the toughest obstacle was next, the Arctic Enema. And it is properly named as such. You slide down this deep tube and you're plunged deep under this Arctic, sub-zero, frigid waters. Everybody makes the same 2 faces during this obstacle. The first face you make is a, I got this, piece of cake face. But the second you go under that water, you emerge making one of these faces. You jump out of that water so fast, and you're excited to start running again, just to warm up. But your body doesn't really warm up until you cross that finish line. The feeling of crossing that finish line, the head throbbing, heart pumping, lightheadedness you feel, is what I imagine doing drugs is probably like. At first, your endorphins fill your body. You're filled with happiness and pride. But as soon as your endorphins die down, you start to feel very agitated and on edge. You don't want to associate with anybody. All you want to do is take drugs to stop the pain. So you might be asking, what do you get for completing Tough Mudder? 1 free beer, which is exactly what your water-depraved, dehydrated body is not craving. I mean, seriously, not even Lucas would want a beer after that. You also get a headband that shows to everybody that you are a badass and most likely not mentally stable. So, would I recommend Tough Mudder to you? Heck yeah! When else do you get muddy, bloody, scraped up, and scratched? But most importantly, Donald, you get to brag about it. Toastmasters, guests, at times, life can be tough. It can be downright dirty, but nothing can get in your way when you give your honest best. No one is better than your best, but your best will make you better. Madam Toastmaster.